Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Saints Esports Nexus. We have another SGS on our hands. This time, we're going to be playing a Smash, and we have 6 teams today fighting for a prize pool of $2,000. It's Fanshawe Fuel, Sheridan College, Oakland University, Northwood University, and U of T. And of course, your Saint Clair Saints. It's going to be crew battle format today, so 3 stocks per player. 4 players per set here. It's going to be an exciting day today at our Saints Esports Nexus, and a lot of fun entertainment on the cards today. So let's take a look at who's going to be covering today, and let's take it over to our casters.
Come on, Theo, baby. Exciting is going to be an understatement for what we got going on here today. I am Daniel, also known as Bettis McGee, joined by the one, the only. Introduce yourself to the fine people at home. Come on.
Evan Johnson, also known as Not Really Evan. Very happy to be here. I think, like Theo was saying, it's going to be a really, really exciting day of Smash Bros. Always love a Smash Land, really classic esports event, throwing it back to the roots of this whole industry. So I think this is going to be a really, really exciting one, especially with SGS as well. These high-profile events have been really, really solid so far, so I'm expecting nothing less for today.
Absolutely. Speaking of throwing it back to the roots, we even have some melee setups in there. We're going way back, all the way to the beginning. And hey, listen, Smash, I'm not going to lie. I feel alive when I'm watching Smash. I feel alive when I'm casting Smash. So I'm expecting to really do some damage to my throat today, and that's okay. I'm ready, willing to take the sacrifice. I apologize in advance for any eardrum bursting damage we do, because, ladies and gentlemen, again, we have 6 fantastic teams. And let's talk a little bit more about those teams, because I think there's a lot of interesting things that could go down here today. We have Northwood, definitely one of the favorites, but Oakland as well. I think they recently played at a LAN, and if not winning it, they definitely did really well.
No, absolutely, you're right about that. Northwood and Oakland definitely are those 2 teams we're going to be circling here. We do have to support our hometown St. Clair team. We were talking to them a little bit before this game. They were talking about how they were feeling confident coming into it, but it's definitely going to be a tough match. And here is those teams once again: St. Clair, Northwood, Sheridan, University of Toronto, Oakland University, and the Fanshawe Fuel, all repping today here. Looking at this bracket here, looking at these groups, it's going to be very tough. I mean, everyone's going to be able to play everybody, so to sort of get a feel of the level of competition they're going to be expecting here. But you have to think that, Northwood and Oakland, we're going to assume they're going to be a higher seed here, but the middle and the lower seeds are going to be definitely something that's going to be a bit more interesting. We were talking to some of the members of the Saints earlier today. They were highlighting Fanshawe. They were talking about how Fanshawe was really sort of giving it to them in that last game that they were playing. So that might be a matchup that they're, maybe a little worried for, or, need to game plan around just that little bit extra.
Yeah, and one other thing, just to mention, like our Saints team, for the first time, we're the underdogs at SGS. Every other event, we've been either the high seed or at least very high contender. Our Saints team, they're definitely the underdogs here, and I am here for it. I love to see our team really coming out swinging, giving 100% of their energy. Again, this team, it's a scrappy group of it's a ragtag team of bandits. Okay, they haven't had much of a chance to compete, and this is their first semester where they actually get to compete 100% of the time. And I think what they've been doing so far is just really putting their nose to the grindstone, and it hurts to do that. It's not fun, but you'll get a really sharp nose as a result, and you can do some damage with that nose afterwards, right?
No, absolutely, you're right about that. I mean, that's a great way to say it. I mean, like you said, this is a great way to like build that team chemistry, right? Like these types of events,
too.
exactly, right? These are character building events, and really find a way to find out what your team is made of. We do know some of the characters we can expect to see from the Saints today. We already know that No Skill, or good player No Skill, or good friend No Skill, is going to be exclusively on Young Link today. Shout out to those OG Link players who still like playing Young Link. We're going to be seeing a little bit of Bowser Jr. as well. We're going to be seeing some Sora, some Cloud, some Moth Eyes
He's
on.
got a little bit of a character crisis going on there, hopping between Sora, Cloud, a little bit of Sora here and there, but I think he's decided to settle on the Sora and Joker. Again, two of the strongest characters in the game. Joker definitely, Sora also pretty up there with his off-ledge recovery, as well as the wide range of moves that he can use for coverage and ledge cancel, or not ledge canceling, ledge guarding. It's just there's so much options you get with Sora. And of course, we can't forget Coach Neon playing Robin and Corrin for the most part. I also know he plays basically everybody, let's be real, but those are two of his more comfortable, strongest characters. Cool skeleton on the Wario, I gotta say, watching him on Thursday, Owen knows. Owen in the back, he knows what happened on Thursday.
Oh,
that was incredible. It was fantastic. He knows. But again, this team, again, definitely the underdogs, but they have so much love for the game, so much love for the competition, and they get so invested in the results. They know they're the underdogs, but they still want to win. You never want to be okay with losing, and even though, it happens frequently when you are not as experienced as the other teams, they get that fire in them, and they don't extinguish it at all. Nothing can.
No, you're absolutely right about that. Nothing can extinguish that fire. And speaking of that fire, we are gonna bring that heat up just that little bit extra. We have a very nice hype video for our event today. As a little bit of a prelude, so we're gonna throw to that right now. We're gonna check it out. Time. That was really, really good. I really liked that one. That was sick.
Listen, even with the Inkling one that goes into the balls,
perfect.
I saw Hero in there. I got a little excited. I can't lie. Okay.
And my boy was in there. My boy Roy. Shout out to all the Roy players out there. Love seeing him. Love seeing the representation as well. But really, really well done video. Like we said, that's sort of setting the tone, I think, for the type of event that we're going to see today. A lot of fierce competition. We know that Smash Lands can get really, really spicy sometimes.
Yeah.
We're hoping to see some of that today. It's going to be really, really exciting. I can't wait to get started.
Dude, I just watching the hype video made me realize how many characters are in this game.
Oh my god,
and,
yes.
With the experience we've had watching us fashion, which is not a lot, but of course our players, they all play the same characters, but we're having 6 teams here, 4 players minimum on each. Do the math. That's a lot of different characters. I was going to say, unfortunately, for better or worse, the meta for Smash Ultimate is pretty well understood. Characters who are really good at controlling space without a lot of risk are usually the strongest characters. You're seeing like your Snakes, you're seeing your Bowser Juniors, you're seeing... I mean, I hate Pac-Man. I don't think people think Pac-Man is that good anymore. I hate it. Sonic is kind of a weird one where it's characters who are able to force you to play into them more so than characters who are good at controlling space. And Sonic, literally the fastest character in the game, can just hit you and just... You can't do anything. So characters like that, I wonder if we're going to see, or we're going to see more scrappy ones. We're going to get to see some Hero. Who knows? I don't know.
And the other big thing to watch out for is going to probably be seeing a lot of Steve as well. Steve is absolutely
Is Steve banned?
running the table. No, we were talking to the players. There are no GAs, no character bans today, so we are going to be seeing a lot of Steve today as well. Just who would have thought, I think, 2 or 3 years ago before Steve was announced that he would be the absolute top tier character by this point in Smash Ultimate's life cycle. So surprising. But the great thing about tier list, though, is that there is a level of subjectivity to it. I mean, anybody can be a god at any character. You know, like we could have somebody who is a god at like a Duck Hunt or like a Ganondorf potentially, right? Like it could happen. You know, you never know these players' skills. So I really hoping to see some interesting things, and that is the beauty, I think, of fighting games and Smash Bros. In general, where you have people that, like you said, find their characters, like find what works for them, and if they can really like just get good with them, and like you said, put their nose to the grindstone, you can make something out of it.
The unfortunate thing is, though, like you said, anybody can really become a god on a character, but especially Steve. Anyone can be a god on Steve. Like listen, Steve players aren't safe in the streets of Smash, right? There's notorious, hated character for a reason. And if we see a lot of Steve, I wouldn't be surprised if we do. But it's gonna be interesting for sure. I'm also thinking like the if you don't know, like we were talking about. Well, first of all, if you don't know, which I wouldn't blame you for, you don't get to see Smash very often, especially competitive Smash, especially crew battles. So let's break it down for you a little bit, and then I can tell you exactly why Steve is so toxic to play against. But ladies and gentlemen, Smash Ultimate, the way it works is you have your character. It could be Mario, could be Bowser, could be Donkey Kong, could be Terry Bogard from King of Fighters Fatal Fury fame, okay? And every time you take damage, like from an attack from your opponent, your percentage, kind of like a health bar, increases. When you get hit, you usually get sent flying back, but as you take more damage, you get sent flying back further. Why is this a problem? Because you only lose lives if you get knocked off the stage or knocked off the screen and fall into what's called the blast zone, which is the border around the entire stage. So every player has 3 lives total, and that's how it works. But since this is crews, it's 12 lives per team. Every player gets 3 lives. You have 4 players minimum, or 4 players maximum, and you will switch players in and play the order. If you lose your first guy, let's say I'm playing against you. Very common scenario. I roll you. Okay.
Most likely.
You take 1 of my lives. I take all 3 of yours. I go into the next match. I have to take away 1 of my lives to the person who comes in next. So your lives carry over in between games. So that's how it works, and ultimately you play until one team's completely out of lives. They can play to the last player, and then that's going to be 1 match. Let's do it again. Best of 3 series. Simple as that.
That's a lot to take in. I think for the folks at home, that might be a bit complicated,
You're
but
fine.
you'll figure it out. You'll settle into it eventually. But for right now, we are going to let you guys sit with that information for a little bit. We're going to throw it to a quick break. When we come back, we are going to be getting into our first match of the Smash SGS. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be super exciting. You don't want to miss it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We have our first matchup. We have Sheridan versus
Oakland.
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 Beautifully
Yes.
done. We have Saggy starting off for Sheridan, and we have Spectre starting off for Oakland. Two of our first players of the day. They have a big responsibility of setting the damn tone, and I wouldn't wish that upon my worst enemies. It's a terrifying position to be in, but they don't look phased at all.
Absolutely not. I don't think anything is going to be able to phase these players. Here is Spectre live on the stage right now. Players are getting set up as we await the start of this first match. You know, Daniil, we are kind of breaking it down in this cruise format here. So we're going to see if maybe Spectre will get a long stay on the stage here, or if he'll be traded out very quickly. But, you know, only time will tell. Look at this. Getting in his zen moment here, you know, pulling that hat down for those extra aura points, right?
Yes,
looking cold on stage right now.
Damn, can't see a single
getting
eye.
ready. Can't face him. Can't see anything. Look at this
He
right now.
He lifts his head up. You see his Sharingan.
Going.
Oh my God.
He's gonna hit that Ultra Instinct in the first match.
Beautiful.
We're gonna see. Gonna see if we can get a shot of Saggy as well to see if he's feeling the intimidation, right? I mean, just a pure aura. Not phased at all. Not even looking at him either. Look at this.
He's got music going on.
Absolutely locked in right now. He's got the music going, like you said. I think it's going to be a really good matchup here. I know, like we said, Smash lands usually bring out a lot of intense emotions, like you're saying there. A lot of intense emotions, a lot of characters as well. So I'm really hoping we see a lot of that today. You know,
just by looks and overall vibes. Who do you think these guys play?
I got Spectre in this one. I know we were talking about how that Oakland squad, we expect them to do very well in this tournament. I mean, like, look at him right now. He's not even phased. He's going on Twitter posting about how he's gonna whoop this guy's butt on, you know, in SGS. So we're gonna
in SGS
in Minecraft, absolutely. So I don't know, like you said, this Oakland team does seem to be a squad that, you know, we need to be looking out for, but we're going to see if Sheridan can maybe change that narrative a little bit, maybe establish themselves as a team to also be, you know, afraid of and looking out for. And we can see here Spectre noticing himself on the big screen, but still not even phased. Look at that. Got to get these pregame stretches in as well. You know, Smash is a very physical game, Smash Bros. You know, you got to make sure you're limber and ready to go.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll answer my own question here. If we're just looking based off of vibes and aesthetics and everything, I got to say, well, I want to say Terry Bogard because of the hat. Obviously, I don't think he's going to be playing Terry Bogard. If I really have to put my money on this, I'm going to say Palutena.
Interesting.
Classic vanilla, strong from the beginning, before all the DLCs mucked up the game. Just your strongest day one, and then just riding from there, cruising. But can't know for sure. But Saggy, let me think here. You're playing offline. He was doing this. He was vibing already. Maybe Sonic. He's got like super.
He's got the Sonic vibes going. Okay,
you know, I
like that. I like that.
What are your thoughts? Who are they playing?
See, I like both of those options. I think, like you said, they're both definitely high tier characters as well.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the first time we see Steve in a match. Maybe we're not even gonna.
They're both
we're probably
Steve.
not even gonna
Come
wait.
on, yeah.
I don't know about that. Like I said, I think it can go either way. Maybe a Kazuya if Spectre doesn't want to dip into that Terry Bogard. Maybe Tekken is his preferred fighting game series. I know you resident
Not
St.
Tekken
Clair
8, though.
Tekken expert, not Tekken 8, just to be clear. But
we don't co-sign that one.
We don't co-sign that one. But like you said, we know Kazuya is another strong character with all these like great combo inputs. So maybe he's going to be leaning in that direction. Saggy, though, I don't know. He seems a bit of an enigma. Like you're saying, he's got the music going in his head. But we don't know what that music is. Maybe it is Supersonic Racing.
Maybe
it is.
He's got Virgil.
It could be Virgil going. He's got the white plastic chair ready to go.
Sephiroth.
Oh, wouldn't that be something there?
That'd
One winged angel himself. Wouldn't that be just a great matchup to see? A brawler versus someone with a big long sword, you know? Yeah. But I'm just excited to see it. I don't think I can wait any longer. I'm just on the edge of my seat right now.
Dude, I don't even have a seat right now, and I'm on the edge of it. I'm on the edge of glory. Right now. Hey, shout out to Lady Gaga. I think my favorite part of the day is actually going to be speculating character picks. Honestly, like this is fun. I like it, and that's another thing as well. to remind you at home, ladies and gentlemen, the order for crew battles matters intensely. So these are the first picks for your team. Some teams rather start off strong. Some teams rather start off weak. Some teams don't care. We have no idea what they're going to be doing. This is going to be the first taste, and odds are they probably don't know or have too much of an idea against each other as well. There's not a lot of easily accessible data for Smash Ultimate Collegiate as there is for other games. So a lot of figuring out is going to be going on today, which is also really exciting.
And that's a great thing that the group stage is for. Like, these group stages are best of ones, so each team is going to have a time to sort of feel the other one out and kind of figure out, okay, which characters do we need to sort of plan against, who does everybody like, and just sort of make a game plan from there. And because playoffs, that's really where it matters, right?
Absolutely.
These group stages, I mean, very important for seeding, but just a good time to warm up and, like you said, meet your opponent, learn their strategies and what they like to do. So I think that's really what we're going to see, especially in this first game. I think we're really going to see them feeling each other up. But here it is. We got Lucina and Ness starting it out here. Big fan of both characters here. Lucina, fun fact, my first ever Smash main. So definitely love to see the representation from Lucina here, but looking like Spectre putting in the blender so far, trying to guard the ledge with all those PK magics. Just so strong when you let Ness get cooking, especially with these PK thunders.
Yeah, it's being excellently executed so far. Spectre, I guess I picked the wrong character with the hat. He's going to be playing Ness. I should have seen it coming, but, he didn't have the hat sideways like Ness does. That's his fault here. But they're both doing a good job of trying to control the neutral. I'm a big Marth fan. Lucina, in my opinion, is just a better Marth. The down air almost into the up air. That's the classic kill. Parry it right there. Gonna go for the up special, whipping that. You don't want to see that happen on your first stock of SGS. At 100.0%, we have Spectre establishing the first stock of the day with the combos. PK Fire doing such a great job of getting everybody started off. Now he's going to go dash back, try to get that ledge guard for sure. Nair down, going to go for the Nair once again. Lucina having a hard time getting back on stage. Up air is going to just do a little bit of stun there. And now going for the grab once again. He wants to find this so badly because it would be so valuable to just throw him off the side of the edge. Ness, great recovery, but it's also a little bit difficult and delayed, so you get that ledge grab. The yo-yo off the stage! You don't have invincibility forever, my friend. 2 stocks already. Saggy is in a lot of trouble.
Well, there's only 1 stock left for Lucina.
Only one
stock left. But I mean, look at this. I mean, Spectre's doing a great job in creating space and not letting Lucina get up close in his space. That's really where these Lucina players and these Fire Emblem Sword enjoyers love playing. They love playing right up in your face. That down air into the up air combo is that bread and butter. Look at this. Just look at this tech here. Is he going to try and get this fight? Oh, but Saggy recovering back onto the stage as somebody accidentally hitting the home button on the Switch here.
I knew it. Someone said there was a
do it.
specific scenario where he said, as long as they don't accidentally press the home button, we'll be fine. And I said, someone will press the home
Look at
button.
this. Saggy not even phased in the slightest. Stone
He's
cold.
Still playing.
He's still playing. I think that camera might be frozen at this point. I don't think he's that locked in here. But just look at the stoicness. He even being down 2 stocks, the man is not phased in the slightest. But I mean, look at this. Like,
maybe he's lagging.
He could be lagging. Maybe we'll see. We might have to address that camera issue. But like we were saying before, really impressive showing from Oakland and Spectre in the first time. We knew they were going to be a good team, and I think we're proving that right now. I mean, like, Spectre was just kind of rolling early there. I mean, like, taking 2 stocks completely on his one here. It was still at the 100%. Like you're saying, creating that space, making sure that, getting this replay. So we see this Sheridan reaction, bamboozle after getting hit with the home button. I mean,
hit with the home button
is the reaction here. Hey, man, I don't know what happened there. So we're going to figure out what exactly
Phantom controller maybe.
It could be somebody, one of the TOs maybe just came by and hit it real quick. I don't know. Could have happened
here.
He's
crashing out.
Oh, my goodness. He can't crash out. This is game 1, man. You got a lot more Smash to play. Cannot be letting those emotions get to you this early.
Thumbs up, though. I think they're ready to go, maybe.
They must be ready to go. I'm gonna assume they're gonna come to some sort of agreement where they're gonna reset and then maybe
Yeah, just
they're
reset the
gonna
whole
have
thing.
reset the whole thing. Maybe they're gonna have Saggy go to one stock, so Spectre has that advantage like it was in that first one. I don't know. We will wait and see.
To be fair, it was just a home button. It didn't crash, didn't reset or anything. So honestly, I feel like just going back in, it might be valid, but who knows? We don't even know the nature of this home button press. Again, Joy-Con switches, they're kind of weird. So maybe there's a previously connected controller that someone forgot to disconnect, and they're like, oh, let me reconnect and get my game.
Maybe he was trying to take a screenshot.
Maybe.
You know, so he might confuse that button, but we are getting right back into the game.
There's only one stock left.
Only one stock left. Wrap us all out you like with death.
Ness
We
is
got
shooting PK fires like we're hot dogs. I don't know. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, that up tilt from Lucina is such a great move. You can see he's trying to find it so much. Again, we're going for much more. Forward tilt, great move as well, but not able to find it. That barrier from Ness, just that little bit of a hitbox burst, it's so valuable for that ledge guard. It's like an extended nair. But PK Fire is trying to find them in a really good downward angle, making sure that this Lucina's ability to just walk is held. Looking for those forward airs. A single one of them would kill. Now, Ness, jump it, just doing a great job of controlling his space. Gets the forward tilt.
That's it.
Forward air.
Oh, not yet.
Dragging it to the ground. PK Thunder's gonna fizzle. Don't feel the up tilt, not gonna find it. Look at them wave dashing into the ground. It's not melee, but there's still value in it. Just a little bit. The yo-yo, not quite. He's not gonna go for it. He's gonna go for the throw. Up though. Get the hell out of here. Taking at least one stock against this Ness.
Yeah, Saggy has to be happy about, like you said, at least taking one stock here. Wouldn't be a great start for Sheridan to get 3-0'd after that first game here, and that is going to end it.
Nope.
Oh no, Saggy still alive here. That PK Thunder keeping Saggy off the ledge here. That's going to do it. That PK Thunder finds home, finds purchase here. Spectre with a great start for Oakland University, currently up in stock total right now as Sheridan switching out their players and potentially switching the map as well. That was something we need to address as well, the map switching situation and the map banning.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Evan. Map bans in Smash, they've always confused me. So,
Yeah,
and I think it confuses a lot of the players too. Usually, they just kind of just like, I just want to play this game. Do you want to play this game? Yeah, and they just play it. But for sure, what happens is after the game is done, I believe the player who's coming in gets to, they get to ban two, and then the player that's still there gets to pick one counter pick because there's firsts and then there's counter picks and then you ban.
It's complicated. I think the easiest way to say it is it's very complicated, especially for a very limited selection of maps that are legal for competitive Smash, right? But we were going to see, but it's a very odd pacing thing, right? You know, we have such an exciting first match. We're going to take a little bit of a break to sort of kind of break down that first one and, you know, just waiting to get back into it. But we're going to be seeing Spectre again very soon. Going to be reset to 0%, you know, like it's a whole new game, but he's going to have to jump off the ledge one time, so he's set on 2 stocks like he was at the end of the previous match. So the Sheridan player will have a little bit of advantage, but they're going to have a bit of work to do so they can tie up the bigger stock total that they're going to be scoring on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think what we've definitely learned from that first game is Spectre's Ness is really scary. What you are supposed to really accomplish with the Ness is just the threat of your PK fires and projectiles that start combos. It's such a quick and threatening move, but it's such a very specific range you have to worry about it. On the ground, it's not as threatening as it is in the air, because in the air, then he's landing into you. He gets like maybe a forward air, which when he lands, it's going to get canceled, so then he gets like an extra stun, then he gets to really start his combos. Like, it's a very specific scenario, but we have the next player coming up for Sheridan and what was the name?
Mushu. Mulan. I don't know who he plays, but the dragon from Mulan. So we're not sure who he's going to be playing, but I really liked your analysis there on Spectre's Ness play. I mean, Ness very versatile kid. I really was enjoying how Spectre was able to use his abilities to really start those, get that ledge guarding, using the yo-yos, using the PK Thunders to make sure he can't recover back onto the stage. Just such a versatile kid. I mean, if you're a knower, if there are any knowers in chat who know about playing Smash, I mean, you know how annoying it is to play against somebody who loves to use either the two Earthbound characters, either Lucas or Ness. Just super, super annoying if they let him cook it. We're getting a Sheik play very early here. Might be a good answer for sort of that aggressive nature of the Nest. We're going to see it here, but you sort of trade in that smashing power for that quickness. So might be a bit of an issue here as already Spectre putting Mushu in the blender early here, already at 81%, blink and you miss it. Mushu already almost out of his first stock.
Already dropping it there, air dodge too early, going to really hinder your ability to recover. Man after my own heart though, Sheik, one of my favorite characters, character I grinded the hell out of, and honestly, I still don't really know how to play this character. All I know is you want to be doing those forward tilts because they are your main combo starters. Allows you to scoop up your opponent, and it combos into itself, and then you can just kind of take it through the air with your really good aerials. Sheik's probably one of more defining characteristics is the really solid aerials. In terms of quickness, like you said, killing power, not so much. Not very good, but you still have smash attacks. They're not the best, but they exist. And you're getting a lot of grabs as well with Sheik. Again, want a lot of good combos and combo starters.
Yeah, you want to get that grab, the down throw or the up throw. Getting into those aerials definitely going to be the way to go. But Sheik, just getting absolutely cooked there by the PK Fire yo-yo combo. Like we were saying, Sheik, a lot of lightning, not a lot of thunder. Very quick, but not great smash power. You're going to see a lot of these air juggling combos here that Mushu's trying to hit against him. But so far, Spectre, again, has proved that he is a legitimate threat, especially with Ness here. Oakland is definitely going to be a team to watch out for. A crazy in-air combo from Ness here with that air tilt again. Mushu, not a lot left to go. Yo-yo in with the ledge guard, but Mushu gets back up. That's going to do it quickly again. Spectre didn't even lose a single stock there. He continues to sit in that chair, and Oakland is really, really racking up the score early right now.
And I think, not to counter what you were saying, but you said that the Sheik might be a good play into the Nest in terms of play style. I think it's quite the opposite. Sheik wants to basically run at you, jump at you, and Ness wants to fly away from you and shoot at you. The two things that I think Sheik would kind of struggle with if you want to try getting in. We saw Lucina struggle a lot for similar reasons. You mentioned the range that the Swordy characters have. Swordies, the range, not necessarily right up close with you, it's just kind of like at that awkward range. You know what's also at that awkward range? PK Fire! PK Fire!
Just keep hitting it. Just keep spamming it if it's working.
And the disjointed aerials as well from Ness, preventing Sheik from really getting in. PK Fires as well, huge threat. There's just so many things, tools that Ness has. And again, the lack of a really threatening kill potential on the Sheik was a big deal. But yeah, again, the air dodge being really early prevented the solid recovery. And we're seeing how we saw Mushu just really struggle to get things started. You want to run into the Nest, and you get PK fired, yo-yoed out. Your character, Sheik, is light. Very light, very jumpy, airy character. So even just a simple thing like that is probably going to kill, and it basically did.
No, you're right. And then especially when, with Sheik, you have to set up so much, right? You have to get, Ness into the air to set up these air combos, but if he wasn't even giving him an opportunity to do that, right? I mean, he was finding ways to dodge out or shield out of those grabs or combos. So, again, Spectre just putting on a clinic right now for how to play an effective Ness, whether it's, getting those combos set up for him or using effective ledge guarding techniques. So, he's going to be really tough. But, kind of looking at it, we've sort of seen how dominant a Ness player can be. What is the strategy to stop that? Is it an over-aggressive play style? Is it sort of playing more of like a range, maybe like a projectile-based character? Like, what is the secret to dealing with that?
I think, well, first of all, just one last point on the Sheik matchup. Also, Ness is very light, so you can't even get combos off very well. So it's just a hard matchup all around. But in any case, the thing is with Ness is there isn't like one easy solution to him, because the areas where he's very good, he's really good at close range in terms of kill power. Like, he has some of the best smash attacks in the game. The baseball bat's iconic for a reason. The up smash as well. It hits really wide.
not just up, it hits really wide. So if you're even next to him and he does the up smash, you're basically dead. The yo-yo down smash, we saw how good it is for ledge guarding. So basically every single smash attack from Ness can kill. And then he has the great combo starters. A projectile combo starter is a gift from God, especially one as good as PK Fire. Because guess what? Even if you block it, you have a giant ball of flames sitting on top of you, eating away at your shield and eating away at your frames. So it's never a good scenario to be in.
And here is the next player on the docket for Sheridan. My name 2AM. That is his player tag. Very interesting tag. We're going to see if he's going to be able to do more damage to Spectre, who's looking like he's getting really comfortable in that chair there. He's getting bored. You know, it's his third opponent that he's had to fight, and he's only lost one stock so far. I mean, like, just an absolute dominant run, and that's the scary part too. We haven't even seen any more members of that Oakland squad. So if this is their first one, I hate, you know, those anchor players, they must be really, really scary. I mean, like, so.
But then again, maybe this is the anchor.
You know what?
It
very well could be.
Maybe
you know?
everyone else on that team is garbage. We have no idea.
I mean, hey, you know, we don't know. We will see. We'll wait and see. But my name 2AM getting set. Players selecting map again. We're going to remind you again, ladies and gentlemen, that Spectre is going to have to jump off the map at least one time just to reset his stock total to 2 like it was in the last one. But I don't even think it's going to matter because it certainly didn't in that last matchup.
But we're going to be seeing Cloud make his debut here at SGS. Ness, again, look at this, it's so dumb. I hate that freaking fire. It leaves flames no matter what. But Cloud trying to get in. I feel like of all the sorties who might have a chance against Ness, Cloud is probably one of the better ones. He has a really good projectile himself, a lot of good kill moves, and his hitboxes are pretty decent as well. Look at those up tilts into the combos, but the platform saving the Ness's life there. Forward air, or gonna connect on the shield, however, gonna do a good amount of damage. But oh my god! Already the PKs that are adding up, and just like that, a solid up air is going to get the kill. Get a throw back, dash in. Oh, I smelled the forward air coming in from the Cloud, but it was a bit of a risk. I understand why he didn't want to go for that back air just to threaten the space. PK Frost. No, wait, that's not PK Frost. It's PK something or other. PK Fire, that one is for sure iconic. Back air, dash again. Charging up the limit break. It's going to be really good for threatening the kill on the Ness because at the very least, if you get on top of him and just do the down B, you're threatening a really good kill. At pretty decent percent since Ness is very light.
No, absolutely, you're right about that. Good, you know, good opportunity for Cloud to start charging that limit break. You know, Ness playing super aggressive. We having to use it to save himself, though. A little unfortunate there, but Ness at 77%, though, but Cloud continuing to be put in that blender here. Spectre not giving up any space at all. My name 2AM down to 1 stock as Spectre continuing his dominant run in this first game of Smash SGS here. Cloud getting that down tilt but can't continue with that combo here as Ness continuing to use those up tilts to combo him up in the air here, but a nice down slam from My Name 2AM to get out of it and try and get something set up for him.
We get at least one more stock here is the dream for Sheridan. It's a sad dream to have, but it's the reality that they're living in with the limit break, up air. You don't even want to have to commit anything, but if you are, maybe the side B, it's gonna go, but not at a good time. Dodging it away, but you're caught with the forward air. Now you're really in a bad spot. Gonna go for the up special, not gonna send him off the stage. Going for the get up attack again. It's so risky with almost no reward. I gotta say, I don't like it here, especially against the Ness. So many tools to deal with it. Down, smash, once again, getting the kill. Unbelievably done. This Ness is on fire. And I just realized the that's the up smash. It's Lucas that has the huge up smash with the huge hitbox. But still, Ness is a huge hitbox as well. Another 3 stock. Unbelievable.
Yeah, his Spectre's run of dominance, just absolute reign of terror right now in this first game. Who can stop him, if anything? I mean, Sheridan hasn't even, like, they were close to getting a stock there, but, you know, missing that limit break special there was absolutely massive here. Yeah. You hit that would have been a guaranteed stock, but just not at the proper spot for that here. Spectre, oh, don't roll away, man. We got no player cam now. He's done. He's ready to get out of here. I think he's already accepted that, you know, Oakland is going to be taking the win in this one, barring a, you know, heroic comeback from the final Sheridan player. It could happen. I mean, like I said, we could need a hero. could happen. You know, stranger
Fireball.
things have happened.
Fireball,
right?
Kamikaze.
Kamikaze, Crackle, whatever.
Whack.
Yeah,
Hey.
Dragon Quest. Yeah, Dragon Quest stands.
Whack.
Rise up, man. I mean, but you know, we will see. I mean, again, this is exactly what we were talking about. I mean, how many times do I have to say that Oakland is going to be a team to watch out for? I mean, even just Spectre alone, I think, has been carrying this team on his back so far, and we really haven't seen any weaknesses from him. I mean, like, yeah, you know, it's, you know, any game could be different, you know, depending on the matchup, but so far, like, Spectre's game has just been so clean. There really isn't much to really talk about in terms of things that he needs to improve on. I think it's just that Sheridan just needs to lock in and find a way to deal with this character, and so far they haven't found an answer.
Yeah, but hopefully Ledger coming in from Sheridan will be able to find the answer. And I gotta say, this guy looks serious.
Very serious.
He looks so serious. He's got the Kazuya eyebrows, so I think he might be playing Kazuya. I think that might be the play.
Cosplay potential? Maybe.
Cosplay, I can see it.
Maybe.
Just get him a nice suit. And he's already halfway there. But to talk about what we've been seeing with Spectre's Nest so far, it's I'm realizing now the weakness with Nest isn't anything with the character. The character actually excels incredibly at every category of the game. Recovery, damage, kill potential, range, combos. His back throw kills at like 120 from like mid stage, up throw as well. He kills in so many different scenarios. The big weakness I feel with Ness is a lot of his moves are slow and trajectories for recovery are predictable. But if you eliminate those weaknesses just with your skill alone, then the character has no weaknesses. You're seeing how there's like at least for me, there's like an imaginary force field of like, you don't want to be here. And when I look at Spectre playing, it's the whole screen. It's literally the whole screen you can't be in. The hardest situation for Spectre to be in is recovering off stage, because again, that's when Ness is linear. If you've already used your double jump, which already gets you back to stage 99% of the time, then you have to rely on PK Thunder. There's so many things an opponent, especially one who's really skilled, can do to interfere with that. But we haven't even seen him in a situation where like he was scared to get back on stage. Most of the time he's just double jumping back on and then air dodging. That's usually all you really need. But once you push the Nest to relying on the PK Thunders, that's when you want to have. That's when you have him scared. It's the weak or inconsistent recovery that's Ness's probably biggest weakness. But his aerial control, the way he floats, it's just the predictable trajectories. But if you eliminate that with your skill and the slow execution of the attacks, it doesn't matter how slow it is if it hits. It doesn't matter. And he's hitting all of his attacks. And he's just eliminating all of Ness's weaknesses, which turns him into arguably the best character.
No, absolutely. Here is we're waiting to get into this potential final map of this first game. Here is both teams selecting and waiting to see where we're going to go as Sheridan player just locking in here. Like you said, maybe we will see that Kazuya make an appearance here. We're still waiting for that appearance. Exactly. But again, I think, like you said, it all really just comes down to Spectre's skill with the character. I mean, he's just doing absolutely everything he has to do in order to be effective here. And it's going to be a very tough challenge for the Sheridan squad to deal with Spectre. And we're waiting to see what's going to happen here.
I mean, we've already seen Spectre wipe out the entire team basically by himself. Who's to say we're not going to see this guy?
He could. I mean, like I said, this is the last Sheridan player. This could be the anchor right here. He might pull out some wacky character.
Falco.
Not really a wacky character. It's Falco. A common.
Oh no.
We just
That's the matchup
disrespect here, just dodging the projectiles here as getting grabbed immediately and taken off the stage.
He's going to go for the PK Thunder right in front of him. He's going to whiff the grab regardless. Forward air for Falco, up tilt, going to whiff. Trying to get to the other side, wants to hit those lasers, but guess what? Ness can heal off of projectiles. Bet you forgot about that, ladies and gentlemen. You can also just duck under them because he's so small. Going to run up and grab, faking out the laser. Gonna parry it. That's how you know your opponent's strong. If they're parrying a Falco laser, you're in trouble. He's gonna double jump in, cancel the jump with a PK fire. Again, it's controlling Ness's movement so effectively lets you completely control the entirety of the stage. Look at that, eating that projectile. basically eliminating it from the game. Gonna go for the PK for dash attack. Back air is gonna get parried. Dash attack once again from the Falco. Up tilt, get into that combo. Wants to finish him off, put him in that scary situation. He has his own reflector here. Falco has some way of dealing with projectiles too, so it's not completely hopeless. He's gonna run into him. Maybe a delayed, maybe expecting a spot dodge. Not gonna commit for the grab, but now he's kind of paying for it off the stage. Gonna go for the dash. Gonna get back thrown. Almost dead. What did I say? It's so low, but with the dash, he's gonna get hit, I believe, with the up smash, the lingering hitbox is gonna spike him down immediately. Forward smash is going to get canceled out. He's going to be just using that force field on top of him. PK Frost going to go for the downer, not going to connect. Go for a reset. He's going to wake up attack. Not going to go his way. Dodge. He's going to roll out of it. Back throw once again. Forward smash charging. That actually didn't almost hit, but I know for a fact it almost hit. Down smash is going to go. Not going to connect at all. We're already looking at 56%. Spectre might actually just sweep this game if he keeps it up.
It's very possible. I mean, like, Ledger has given Spectre a tough challenge. I mean, he's hitting these air juggle combos, like you said, but you said it, when you're virtually eliminating the projectiles from Falco's kit, you know, definitely going to be something that Ledger is going to have to deal with here as Spectre once again. Oh, he's going for the off stage disrespect with the kill there. Spectre one stock away from sealing this one for Oakland, and with the way he's been playing right now, it's definitely looking the way of Spectre, but both players just trying to feel each other out. Spectre healing a little bit off of Falco's projectile there. Falco using that reflector to chip away a little bit more into the grab, into the throw, does land that projectile shot, but not enough to kill or send him off the stage as Spectre gets back up. Ledger trying to use that, does parry that. Again, PK Fire doesn't find any purchase there. Both players playing a bit more passively though. That PK Fire does land though, and Spectre getting Ledger back off the stage again.
With just the yo-yo, you're able to two-frame your opponent so easily. Again, there's an invulnerability window you have when you're invulnerable once you're grabbing the ledge, but there's a two-frame window where you're still vulnerable. You can still get hit. And the yo-yo just being a constant, persistent hitbox, what the hell are you supposed to do? It's so strong. Spectre clean sweeping the entirety of Sheridan, just only losing one stock, and I gotta say, it's bleak. It looks rough, and that's a best of one for all of the group stages, so we're not even gonna get a chance to go back.
No, but you know, if you're Sheridan, take some time to regroup, sort of trying to learn it. Yeah, see, look at this graphic here. All we saw was Spectre, 12 KOs for him. Saggy, the only one from Sheridan who was able to find anything with Lucina. That was their best shot of getting something going here, but Oakland, a dominant first game in the group stage. Sheridan down. Now it's time to regroup. Down bad, down horrendously bad right now as Oakland taking home their first win in this first game here. Like I said, just dominance from Spectre. Complete dominance, and we haven't even met the three other members of their team yet.
This is the power of competitors in the ACE Super Conference. Oakland, one of the top teams in there, so hey, already know they are a huge threat here at SGS, and nobody's surprised by this result. Spectre 12-1. What more can you say? I don't have a lot to say after that. And I mean, no question who the MVP is, right?
Oh,
There's only one P on the side of Oakland so far. But just looking back at that series, especially that last game, seeing how Ledger adapted a little bit to playing more patiently once he had Ness at the advantage, or had Ness at the high percentages, I feel like that's a double-edged sword. On one hand, I see the vision, and I see why you'd want to do it, because when Ness has to play reactively, things get a little bit more weird. It's uncharted territory. Ness doesn't necessarily want to react, because again, everything's slow. So if you just walk at him, and he's like, oh, PK Fire, then you're like, oh, I'll just block it. You keep going. Ness wants to be playing proactively and prevent you from doing things that Ness knows you're going to want to do. But if you are just like forcing him into you, you have a little bit of a better chance of making something happen. Because again, linear projectiles, linear trajectories, linear everything. And 99% on the vibes. I think 1% lost was because of the intimidation factor with the hat down. Couldn't see the eyes for the first half, and that was a little scary. Gave me goosebumps and made me nervous, so I had to knock 1% off there.
have to think as well that maybe it was the, just remember that first set that we saw, somebody had hit that home button, so he had a little bit of time as that reset, maybe that was sort of like almost like a mental cool down, after he loses the one stock, gets a little bit of a break to sort of collect himself, sort of
Stay positive.
stay positive again. But again, great showing from Oakland. I mean, it's going to be really, really tough. Very stiff competition in our first game like we saw. We're going to take it to a break really quick. When we come back, we are going to be getting into our second game of this group stage. So don't go anywhere. More Smash is coming up right after this.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to get into our second matchup of the day. We have Fanshawe against St. Clair, and I have Azel alongside Moth Eyes. We'll start with you, Azel. Played a match today. How are you feeling going into this tournament? How do you think your team is going to match up against all these teams?
I think our team is really good. We have some amazing talent right now. I think we're going to do really well in this tournament. But then again, it's our first land, so I'm really excited to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Mathas, you had a bit of a rough start, lost the first game, but, looking to get back on track against Fanshawe. How are you guys feeling as a team going into this LAN?
I mean, we're feeling good. There's some really strong players on UOT's team. They had an amazing Fox, they had a really good Ike. We just got to learn the matchup, honestly. This is our first time playing Cruise on LAN as a team, so it's a learning experience. I think we had some nerves going into that first game, but we're ready for the second game.
Yeah, now going against Fanshawe, how do you what odds would you say this game is set at? How are you feeling up going against Fanshawe?
I mean, they might not remember what we've played before online, I think just a few weeks ago, so we have something to improve. We lost last time. We're looking to win this time.
And, you guys won last time. What are things you improved on from last time up against St. Clair to take them down again?
I mean, like, if we were just going to, like, compare this from, like, the last time we played online, it doesn't seem like we have anything much to worry about, honestly. So at that point, we just got to see how it is at that point, right?
All right. I mean, fair enough. Before we get into the game, let's get some score predictions. Moth Eyes, we'll go from you first. How close do you think this game's going to be?
It's going to be 12-0.
12-0.
Sweep.
12-0 complete sweep. Moth Eyes is feeling himself. How about yourself? What do you think this one's going to go?
I think that's a 12-0 from Fanshawe, honestly.
12-0.
We'll see.
I mean, both teams are feeling as confident as ever. All right, gentlemen, I wish you guys the best of luck. And, we're going to throw it over to our casters. They're going to take it, and good luck to both of you.
Well, you heard it here first. Both teams going to 12-0 the other one. Both teams feeling really, really confident heading into this one. Absolutely crazy here. I can't believe Mata is just going to take that trash talk like that. I don't know, but we're going to see. Fanshawe obviously feeling very confident, have beaten St. Clair previously, but little caveat, it was online, so, a little bit of a difference when playing on LAN, especially in Smash. What?
We call those Wi-Fi warriors. Okay. And listen, if you want to be a Wi-Fi warrior and come onto the LAN and start talking trash, you better have the Ethernet cable around your neck ready to go for all points. All right, so I believe Fanshawe definitely they have the ability to back up the words that they said. Of course, they beat our team before, but weeks ago, online, the Saints, they're different people altogether. I've seen that they've been able to put in so much work, commitment, and again, nose to the grindstone. Are they going to win the series? I have no idea, but I don't think Fanshawe is going to be walking away from this one thinking it was easy.
No, definitely. I mean, this is a good bounce back opportunity for St. Clair as well. Like I said, struggled a little bit in their first game against UOT. This is a good opportunity to, sort of get back to the basics, try and get back into the win column and, like I said, establish that, they are a team that, deserves to be here. Even if they are considered a little bit of an underdog compared to some of the other squads that are here at this tournament, St. Clair definitely deserves to be in that conversation as a team to watch out for. So we're going to see it happen. We're highlighting Moth Eyes earlier in the show. He's on that Joker. He's on that Sora grind. He loves Cloud as well. Who else on the St. Clair squad is going to be a standout for you? Who should we really be paying attention to?
Definitely a big fan of Cool Skeleton on his Wario. Haven't seen him play a single other character, and this game does not have bans, okay? So you can be a one-trick pony all you want. He's going to be really solid on the Wario. The things he's been able to do when his back is against the wall is genuinely impressive. Moth Eyes as well, really solid player. They played a matchup against a player, I think his name was Quid, top 3 Pokemon trainer in the world, and he didn't beat him. But he took a stock. No one else on the team was able to do that.
That's something. That's something.
And that actually, dude, Pokemon trainer, in my opinion, contender for like one of the best characters in the game, if you ask me. With especially Ivysaur. Ivysaur is like one of the best, in my opinion. But so being able to do something like that, it's no small feat. I think that those two, one of the highlights for the team for sure. But it's hard to say that when everybody on this team is a highlight. Like, they're all highlights in their own way. North Dreams Bowser Jr. Seems really frustrating to play against. She's able to control the space so well and play that runaway game without completely running away or fleeing. To play the runaway without surrendering space is so difficult. you have to be able to get out of a bad position while still establishing your zone of influence, and she's able to do that so effectively. We're seeing no skill, young Link, projectile hell, and his combo game is really good. Again, he gets a little gung-ho with some of his up specials, but I've seen him clean that up a lot. And if you're not going to be able to throw out things that are easy to punish for the enemy team, then you're just solid all around. Very fast, agile, nimble character. I think that there's a lot of room for Young Link to go far in this tournament, and not to let out of the discussion, of course, Coach Neon, but I think he speaks for himself. That guy, remarkable player all around, and of course, PF Pickles. Everyone on this team, remarkable.
He said, a very remarkable squad all around. So we're going to see what they're able to do against a well-tested Fanshawe squad. I really like that highlight, of each individual player and kind of talking about all their skills and what they bring to the table. Really sort of makes you feel like it's, a real team environment again. And that's what this is all about, right? It's all about the teams. It's all about the players. And here we go, getting set on the stage. It's Cool Skeletons himself. Like we said, we know what he's bringing to the table. We already know. Oh, yeah. We already know who he's bringing as we await the member of the Fuel to join him on the stage here. Cool Skeletons already looking like he's pretty locked in, ready to go, getting set up with their map picks. It'd be nice to see a stage other than Battlefield, I think. I think maybe all players are just kind of agreeing that, we'll just pick something, just something nice. But it'd be nice for a little bit of a change of scenery, I think.
Well, it depends on who you're playing. And we're seeing Tater going up against Cool Skeleton first. And, again, I'm pretty sure both teams first LAN. And you can see the nerves a little bit. I love to see that. Well, maybe not on a Cool Skeleton. That guy's always cool as a cucumber. But I really listen. There's a little good friendly amount of trash talk, but I'm a big fan of Fanshawe. They're so close to our school. They come out to so many of our events, and every time they do, it's a pleasure to have them. Love this team, love this squad, love this school, what they represent. So I'm hoping for a nice, friendly, but intense battle between the schools here.
Got to give a shout out to Fanshawe, my alma mater. I love St. Clair, but I also have some loyalties to Fanshawe that have existed in the past. But like you said, you like to see a nice friendly game on both sides here, even with a little bit of trash talk.
Yes.
That always makes the LAN environment just that extra bit more entertaining and competitive, and that's exactly what we're trying to go here.
As long as we don't get it to COD levels.
Well, of course, obviously, we don't want, no drama, please. Let's just keep it nice, clean game here, and here we go. Cool Skeletons rocking that Wario. And there is Tatum on that Wolf here. Maybe not us. Is Wolf a surprise pick to you early on here?
Yeah, great. Wario, you can see him trying to get in with the Nair. Big thing with Wario. Wants to jump in with the Nair and then into the up tilt as he lands. That's his great combo starter. And as the game goes on, he starts to build up the waft, which is just, there's no easy way of putting it. It's a huge fart, and it can kill at really low percents if you get the right combo. And you can see it with Cool Skeleton's approach, how he wants to try to get for it. Oh, the motorcycle gonna block that laser from Wolf. Kind of a unique spacey, little bit on the heavier, stronger hitting side, slower as well. Other ones are kind of known for being fast and nimble. Steven here, Cool Skeleton, getting pretty high in the percentage, 107, but Wolf Tater, he's pretty high as well. That forward tilt is such a threatening move, can kill in really certain situations. That laser as well has a hitbox on the gun itself. It's got like a bit of a dagger on it. Up airs, you're actually getting some good value and gonna miss that last one. Forward tilt sends him off the stage once again. Motorcycle in the air, you gotta make sure you block it, but no, kind of set up a trap. That's the real difficult thing with Wario. Your motorcycle can be used against you in a lot of ways. Wants to get those slaps out. You have to make sure you also save the motorcycle as a recovery tool. The down tilt into the shoulder tackle, you love to see it. Cool Skeleton doing a great job of playing his game plan, just has to find a nice solid hit. Shoulder tackle once again, dash attack from Mario. Wants to get one more, the Nair's gonna hit from behind, so it's not gonna be a great hitbox. Down tilts wants to get those kills. That's how you get it, but he has the waft fully charged, I believe. Obviously you don't want to spend it here when he's such high percent, but you don't want to let that opportunity go to waste. You want to use it while it's off cooldown, basically, so then it's not, you don't want to charge up two wafts, up smash, gonna find the kill, and now we're even again, 50-50 here. Cool Skeleton trading it out.
Yeah, Cool Skeletons, like you said.
He's got the Nairs! He's got the Nairs!
Look at this Nair combo he's got going on here, just quickly reasserting his dominance here. Up the grab after the up throw here as Cool Skeletons putting Tater in a bit of a blender here, trying to charge up that wall. Like you said, you gotta wait for that perfect opportunity to pop that, but Both players just dodging through each other. Grab landing onto Cool Skeletons. Oasis throws him up into the air. Another air dash kick using that motorcycle to recover back onto the stage. Oh, just
Get
gotta
off
use
my
that
bike.
motorcycle. Get off of my bike. That is my property, sir.
Oh, he's gonna go for the bike.
He is gonna go for the bike. Does heal up a little bit on that bike. Oh, a huge recovery up special from Tater to get back onto the stage. Is gonna land a hit onto Cool Skeletons here. Cool Skeletons on 140. Tater on 90 as well. Is gonna parry that. Excellent use of that parry there. Another parry from Tater as Cool Skeletons almost at 160% here.
Nice!
Oh, great hit there.
Great
as
traffic.
well here. Trying to get him with the
Shoot!
motorcycle to get him off. Can he get the second hit? He cannot. Tater getting back onto the stage, and both players, almost killing each other. Daniil is going crazy in the broadcast room after what just happened there. Cool
That was
Skeletons
such a good trade.
almost at 200%. Break it down for us.
Beautifully done. These players are slugging it out here, down to one stock. We have a series on our hands, going for the nairs. He still hasn't wafted. If Cool Skeleton, if Steven can find the similar nairs that we saw at the start of the last stocks, he could just get a waft kill right away. He came so close in another series we saw, just slightly off the mark with the positioning. But the thing is, Tater knows he's fishing for it, so he's ready to just block as soon as he sees Cool Skeleton going through the air. I would love to see maybe if he just starts faking it out, jumping and then landing with the grab, just to really throw him off of his game. Parry, nair, wants it, up air, one bar, waft him out of here! Get off of the stage! Cool Skeleton locked in, getting the first game for the Saints here at SGS.
Cool Skeletons looking as cool as a cucumber there. Just what an excellent combo there to get into that wad to finish it off there. Just wow, yeah, take a breather after that one, and that's exactly like we were talking about.
You don't want to breathe after that one.
You don't want to breathe after that one. You know,
No.
it's a little tough in there, but again, the Saints showing that resilience. I mean, a very hard fought first game here. Cool Skeleton still in the game, has one stock left for the Saints before he has to get switched out, but excellent work to get that fan shop player out of there. And you know, you can still work with one stock. I mean, you can do a lot with one stock.
Especially, okay, it's weird to say it, if you play it a little bit slower and you try to delay, it depends on who he's going to be playing against, but if he wants to try to stall out, wait for the waft, because even if it's not fully charged, you can still get a lot of work done. You just don't want to use it right off the get-go. The thing is with Wario, it's intentional by design. It's just so weird how big a part of his game plan that fart is. It's a big deal, and I was saying at the start, you want to try to use it as much as you can, but you also don't. It's a weird thing. It's like an ultimate or like an Uber charge in TF2. Like, yeah, you want to use it at the perfect moment, but at the same time, if you wait too long, you could have used 2 or 3 or 4 while you were waiting for that one moment, but you could have recovered so many more. So regardless, all he needed was that one, and like I said, even though Tater saw the approaches coming, it is that nair, that spin that gets that combo started. It's to the nair, usually into the nair, into the up air, and then go onto the platform, one more up tilt, jump it, and that's how you get it. This is up and down coming up here for Fanshawe. Next up, gonna try to challenge Cool Skeleton. The motorcycle plays as well. I really like how he adapted. I feel like the motorcycle usually ends up working against Steven. People pick it up, and like you saw, Wolf did it on that ledge. Throw it up, your invincibility timer runs out onto the ledge, you're forced into an option. You either go for the get up, you either re-grab, which is really bad because then you don't have invincibility at all, or you go for a get up attack, or you just go for regular. It's really hard because that motorcycle is going to fall. When it does, you're knocked off the ledge, and they can also hit you at the same time. So you're just trapped. But what we saw him start to do was in the center stage, when the motorcycle was sitting down, he just starts throwing it up. That puts a timer in because your Wolf's already running at you. He has to now make a decision, and that decision is either back up and maybe you get hit by the down tilt, like he did, maybe get charged, maybe get grabbed, maybe get bitten. You have to start putting that pressure on. It's exactly what it started to do. I think it's what was able to make it work out for him.
And I really liked how Cool Skeletons, like you can even see the moment where he just locked in.
Yeah.
Right? Like that first stock there, both players trying to feel the other one out, just trying to, just get those little chip damage in, and just, we saw a lot of wave dashing through ults here. We do have our map confirmed. We are going to be seeing our first change of scenery, Town and City.
My beloved.
We're going to a beloved stage. Always love to see some Animal Crossing representation in any situation. That's a great impression, bro. Is that KK Slider?
Hey, man, I do a little
That's pretty
KK
good,
sliding
bro.
on the side,
That's pretty good.
Just beeping. You're like, oh, that's a great impression. Beep, beep, beep.
But yeah, no, you could just, like we say, Cool Skeletons just locking in and
as
just
hell.
getting, cool as hell, cool as a cucumber, just getting these Nair combos. Like you said, just excellent play there. But we're going to see what Fanshawe is going to counter with here. They saw how dominant Cool Skeleton's Wario is. They just have to kill him the one time, and then they can continue going down the line here. So we're going to see what Fanshawe decides to do. If you were in Fanshawe's position right now, well, I guess we won't have to wait any longer, because here it is, Toon Link, one of the 3 Links in the game here. Always love to see, like I said, love to see Toon Link, you know, that same position here as Cool Skeletons up to 23% to start it, up and down, sort of running things just a little bit here. Cool Skeletons trying to get these Nair combos set up here, but Young Link has a lot of versatility in his kit to disrupt anything that Cool Skeletons can throw at.
That's the beautiful part, though. Toon Link, personally, my favorite Link to play in this game. The boomerangs, the projectiles, it's hell, but there's gaps. Wario wants to get in those gaps. That's how he works as a character. Look at him exploiting the grabs. It's a really good job so far from Steven, just breaking him open for it to slap him off the stage. Now he's in an actually good position for this Toon Link, able to throw out those bombs. He has the extra grab range, but picks up the bomb himself, just barely misses. Actually, oh my god! Oh my god! With the back air! Steven already done his job. He's double dipping for more. Do you want to get another stock? You can't see it. The waft is not fully there yet, but it's at a good percent. Can he go for it? He might have wanted to go for it there, but that bomb gonna get up and down out of that combo. And now, it's Cool Skeleton once again just has to wait for that gap. That's the thing. Once that bomb is taken out, it's a timer. You have to do it at some point, and Steven just waits for it to go out and then tries to get in. And you can see he's just waiting for it. Boomerang's going to come back. Wait for it, wait for it. It's going to go back now. Once again, he's going to go down, wait for the bomb to blow up, jump back up, faking him out. There's never an easy moment. Now, up air, wants to get one more. He has a fully charged waft. Now there's no reason to hesitate. You got to go for it. The bite would have been huge. Just going to whiff. Up and down in a good position. Down air. Now you're in trouble. Had to just make it patient because the boomerang was coming back. Cool Skeleton not letting anything get in his way. Back airs, they're finding their way. Nice nair, huge, or forward air, I believe, from Wario. Down tilt, back air, wants it one more time, gets hit by his own bomb. Now, shielding Ren from it, put the pressure, bomb in his head. Wants to go for the forward air. Back air, Toon Link in a good spot. The motorcycle, just so good positioning from both of these players. Bombs, great work. It's a hellscape to try to navigate, but he finds it! Another back air! He eats his motorcycle for the health. Cool Skeleton taking 2, taking 5 stocks in total now. Motorcycle's way back in. He has the waft. If he gets 2 nairs, it's over. But the back air from Toon Link, one of my favorite moves in the game, I gotta say, is going to end it off. No waft is going to be used, but he doesn't care. If you take 3 stocks in a crew battle, you've done your job. No one cares, but Toon Link, he had it all done. He did his job. This guy didn't even do anything. Up and down was just the spectator. Toon Link carrying him all the way through.
Very clearly, like we said, Toon Link carrying through there, but like, what a great job by Cool Skeletons, not only double dipping the stocks, but almost triple dipping as well, getting 2 almost there. Just excellent job. Cool Skeletons did his job as we wait for the next player of the Saints to rotate in to Daniil. You got to take a breath, man. I mean, this is only game 2. We got so much more exciting Smash to come. But I mean, like you said, we saw the moment where Cool Skeletons just locked in, right? He's hitting all the combos. He's beginning to believe. He's seeing the matrix in front of him. He's doing what he needs
sees
to.
the code of the game.
He sees all the code in the game. But like again, we're talking about just how good he was and able to stay composed, even though you're already down 2 stocks at the start of that one. Just being able to stay composed and deal with all those projectiles, you know, parrying when he needs to, just being patient, you know, using that shield to block the boomerang, the bombs, using his own bombs against Toon Link again, just perfectly played in that situation there.
The only adjustment I would have made on Steven's side there would have been to use the waft more often, especially in the last one. You only have 1 stock. You're not really going to get another chance to go for more than 1 waft. And again, at that point, you're not even playing to win. You're playing just to take stocks, as many as you can. And even if it's not the optimal one, the hitbox on the waft when it's fully charged is pretty good. There was a moment there, I think he had him up aired, or maybe after a good nair, he had him kind of nearby. It would not have killed, but it would have sent him off the stage. And once he's off the stage, boom, you throw out your motorcycles. Toon Link especially, probably going to throw some bombs on his way back. Maybe you try to shield one, catch it mid-air, throw it back, throw it up. Maybe use your motorcycle, do the same thing. It just you want to get them off the stage as much as possible when you are playing on the back foot. It just puts stress on them, puts pressure, and playing against a Toon Link especially. Again, I think he was doing such a great job of navigating the projectile hellscape that was being thrown his way. But now we got North Dream coming up for St. Clair College, and she is a fantastic Bowser Jr. player, like I was saying, able to control the space very well as getting out of the bad situations without completely conceding territory. You have a great display of skill coming up for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see a Toon Link versus a Bowser Jr. Not a lot of blows being exchanged, but someone's going to have to fall eventually.
It's going to be a lot of dodging. It's going to be a lot of shielding, a lot of projectiles being used from the side of Toon Link here. We're going to see if Northern Dream is going to be able to pick up where Cool Skeletons left off and keep this rolling for St. Clair here. Here's up and down again, once again with his little buddy Toon Link. With soulless eyes staring at us.
Soulful eyes.
I mean, look at this. Hey, bro. I'm just saying. Like, I'm just calling it like I see it. I mean, like, look at this guy.
He's chill.
He's chilling, bro. I think
chilling.
I think he's a chill little guy.
I think he's cool as hell.
I think he's cool as hell.
He's a lot cooler than most of the people in this room right now, and
thanks,
I'm
man.
excited to see what this Toon Link has in store. The boomerang coming out, the bombs in hand. Again, Wendy, North Dream on that Bowser Jr. Thanks so much, but the drills coming out, it's going to be such a great tool for the ledge guarding, and I want to see how we're going to be able to effectively use it. The Buzzsaw, not finding it, going to go through with the spin and the boxing gloves. This is going to be a really important one for the Saints, I have to say. The momentum carried forward from Cool Skeleton is going to matter, and if North Dream can get a stock here without losing one of our own, it's going to be huge for this series. The Saints want it, and they want that so badly, but again, even if North Dream loses one stock here, even if North Dream loses two, it's not the end of the world. You just really don't want to lose all of them to this one Toon Link. With 85%, the minion comes out, and the ledge guarding. Toon Link can still get back, but not quite with the wrecking ball to the face. Get out of here! And that's going to be the stock. North Dream doing her job, getting that one stock. Just get two more and you've done your job for sure.
No, like you said, excellent ledge guarding there. We saw it, the one hit didn't fully hit. Up Toon Link trying to hit that up B recover, just couldn't get back on the stage, coming in with the wrecking ball to finish it out exactly like the Saints drew it up here. This is good for the series again, because now you have your second player for the Saints in, still at 3 stocks, where Fanshawe is only down to 2 now, as they are waiting to rotate back in here. So this is now the time the Saints really need to push that aggression, use that momentum to keep this going for them. This is one I think the Saints are really going to want to get back. It's like we said, Fanshawe beating them on Wi-Fi earlier in, a couple months ago, couple weeks ago. So I think St. Clair must have had this one circled on their calendar,
I'm not going to say it, because I don't want to curse anybody. And again, I love Fanshawe. All I'm going to say.
Oh, I thought there was more to that. He loves Fanshawe. He loves Fanshawe. He loves St. Clair. Just lots of love all around. I mean, I think that's the core of SGS, right? It's just the love for competition and the love of esports and such things as that.
You know what's scaring me though? Because I'm remembering, again, we have 4, I think, different players we could have picked for the series. I think the only thing that's cemented is, from the start of the series, is your 4 players. After that, order, I think, is flexible. I think you can change up your order as much as you want. So I don't know which 4 they picked for the series. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Neon and Moth Eyes, or maybe Neon and No Skill. Haven't seen PF Pickles in a while. Not sure if it's a matchup thing or what. But with the Duck Hunt, I think it is a really strange character, and it's kind of like playing on hard mode. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't want to rely on that in such a high stakes environment. But in any case, we have really scary players still in the backs, right? But that means Fanshawe also could have some really scary players waiting in the back. Who knows is going to be coming up next? It's 6 stocks for Fanshawe, 9 to the Saints. But we already saw what the Saints were able to do to those initial 6 stocks. Who knows what Fanshawe is going to be able to do to our remaining ones?
No,
it's not impossible.
No, you're absolutely right. And it looks like St. Clair, they're playing very composed right now. And here is our next member of the Fanshawe Fuel getting set up on the stage here. Antrod is here for the Fanshawe Fuel here. As they're getting set up. North Dream still in for St. Clair. looking to keep her dominant streak alive. I mean, we saw how good she was on Bowser Jr. Any
aggressive.
situation, very aggressive, you know, going for those spikes and using aggressive ledge guard strategies. So we're going to see a lot
Jersey
of that
on,
again.
come
Jersey
on.
on, got to rep. Obviously, got to rep Saints Nation, of course. So we're going to see what Fanshawe is going to bring out to counter this very aggressive Bowser Jr. If you were Fanshawe, who are you picking to counter right now?
It's hard. I mean, there's a lot of characters, honestly. Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but Bowser Jr. Is really vulnerable to a lot of the strongest characters in the cast, especially since Bowser Jr. is so heavy. That means you're very vulnerable to counter, very vulnerable to combo characters. If I'm gonna pick counter characters just based off of who we've seen already, Sheik would be fantastic. Cloud would be absolutely beautiful. Who else have we seen? I already forgot all of them, honestly, but those two are the ones that are sticking out in my mind, and I definitely wouldn't want to be playing against if I was Bowser Jr., especially Cloud, because Cloud has a really good projectile, and the range is really good. He's also really fast. I don't know why he's so fast. It's actually kind of messed up how they made him this fast in this game. But in any case, there's a lot of characters that would be hard for Bowser Jr. to deal with, but are they going to be hard for North Jr. to deal with? That's the real question.
So we did get our pick in Antrod, picking Dark Pit for his selection here, going up against Bowser Jr. Daniil, looks like you already have something to say about that.
I don't know how I feel about it. I think it's definitely Dark Pit. I feel like I haven't seen that character in so long. He's a heavy hitter with the side B. I think it gives him armor. So I don't know what the interactions are going to be like with some of the weaker projectiles. Like maybe the side B. I don't know if the side B is going to get stopped, for example, by the minion. I don't know if it's going to get stopped by the cannonball. I don't know if he's going to go through any of those projectiles, or maybe he gets completely knocked out of his side B with it. But with the arrows especially, it's not as mobile as regular Pit's arrows, but going to be able to control a lot of space. And that down B as well, going to work a lot against Northstream's projectiles, and already seeing a great job coming out. Great combos as well from Dark Pit, so this is going to be pretty difficult if you're asking me how it's going to be for Northstream, but already finding some really good hits, up airs, doing a lot of work, already racking up the damage, kind of evening things out. Going to go for those spins. Minion controlling that top platform, gonna hit the ground, dashing through, good up airs, Northstream controlling the space very well. Minion has to come back. You're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. The up air would have killed, I believe, there. And you're gonna get hit by the cart. You whiff, you're gonna pay for it, but a great arrow. Now he's gonna be back onto the stage. Shield is down. Minion coming through, has to jump over it. Dashing her way back onto the stage, not gonna get the 2-frame. Looking for that forward air, finds the cart, gets the kill! I didn't think that was gonna happen. Northstream now getting 2 stocks for her run so far. Fanshawe in a little bit of trouble. Those up air juggles doing a great work. Already getting the ladders. Minion almost hits 2. Pick that guy up, throw that guy down. A little bit mistimed with that ledge grab timing, but the arrow's gonna whiff. Gonna go for the cart once again, like it's playing Mario Kart, baby. One more, hit him with it one more time. Get that down. Would love to see a minion there. Not gonna find it. Now Northstream still 3 stocks, 1 solid hits, all Antrod needs, and I think he's going to find it soon. There it is with that back air. Dark Pit in a really bad position there. Northstream, not really much you can do to get out of it. And again, we're seeing the heavyweight curse here. The low percents are really bad for heavyweights to be in, especially against someone like Dark Pit, just able to rack up so much damage. Good parry. The drill is going to come through just a little early, and now with the up airs, so good at controlling his space. Cannonball comes through. You don't care! Now, Dark Pit not going to be able to recover with that cannonball. Drill's gonna find ya! Get out of here! Can you take this one? Northstream with 3 stocks. She's done her job. She can drop off the stage as many times as she wants now. Mission accomplished. But she wants more. She wants blood. The Nair not going to connect. Forward air from Dark Pit. Dashing onto the stage, now grabbing the ledge, fighting 2, Nair, 1 more, up airs are doing so much good job, the up tilt into the up air, cannonball, now you're shielding, blocking it out, but ledge grab scenario, both of them gonna get bumped off. Antrod, cart coming through, forward air is gonna find Northstream, but 65% is not a great position you wanna be in. The Nair is gonna catch the recovery, but dashing back, just gonna miss the ledge. Northstream down to 1 stock. Antrod tying things up at the very least in this exchange. Minion on the ground, gonna pick it up, throw it out, not gonna get the chance, throws it out now, forcing Antrod off. Cannonball's gonna get blocked, the tongue sticking it out. Now the drill, just again, a little too early. Cannonball's gonna whiff, but the gentleman's the jab combo. Eat that shield, actually dodges into it. 101%, minion is out. Gonna throw it up into the air. No, dropping it down. Nair's gonna whiff, however, that would've been a huge kill. Cannonball comes out, Wrecking Ball as well. Just gonna whiff. That tilt was so close to hitting. Up air, 144%. Northstream, can you find something? Not quite. Antron racking up the damage, 30%. Back air, finding a lot of value here. Almost gets that Wrecking Ball kill. Dash attack, Antron locking in, ready for the kill, but not quite. The cart finds the kill. Not even gonna get a freeze frame. Nobody saw that one coming, but Northstream did. Taking it one more. Deadshaw down to 3 stocks.
Well, like you said, North Dreams did her job. I mean, what excellent ledge guarding techniques here. That aggressive play, using the drill, the minions, the cannonballs, using everything in the arsenal to get that win there. You know, North Dreams still down to 1 stock, but she can still do a lot of damage. Like we see, Fanshawe, one more member of their team competing in this series here. But just, again, the Saints really showing off here. They're really showing that they got a lot of shooters on their team. They got a lot of players, you know, who are going to be in that high echelon of skill. And we're seeing a very impressive showing on stream for the first time, the Saints team.
I'm really happy for the Saints team. Again, we haven't seen them have much success so far. And again, against a school who we have such a good relationship with, I really hope this is the start of a beautiful rivalry between these schools. Fanshawe, they're so close. Come on out. Come to Smash Class too, you know. Play us here and have a little bit more experience playing together. These teams, again, they're all putting their 100% into this matchup. I loved Ansha's gameplay. Unfortunately, not able to take it out. But again, just seeing how much heart there was. That back air, I was able to see it coming from a mile away, but it was still so well timed. I'm a knower. Like I said, it's like a pressure zone of just a zone of influence, an aura, one may say, of zone of control, and I felt it right there in that moment. Again, I think that's a checkmate situation. And Anshra, it seems like a checkmate player, just wants to get you into those bad spots. Unfortunately, I think the big difference between them, the two of them there, was Northstream's. I feel like Northstream found way too many up airs. I think that move is good in terms of getting combos, but I don't think that move is good necessarily. I think Northstream really just knew exactly what pathing Antrod wanted to make and was able to exploit it entirely. If you're playing Pit and you're getting hit so much by those up airs, I feel like it's because the player you're playing against just has your number, and you have to change up your playstyle a little bit to really find it through. But really good usage of the shield as well, nullifying a good part of Northstream's playstyle and entire character kit. But God, Evan, I want to see who we're playing against last.
Well, here is the final member of the Fuel, infiltrating the stage, going to see if he can get something
music playing
for Fanshawe here. He's got the music playing. I'm sure he's got some good tunes going on there. He's locked in. He's ready to go. North Dreams, 1 stock left to her name here, so we're going to see if Fanshawe can eliminate her from the board and have to get another member of the Saints, and I'm sure that's what Fanshawe is definitely going to be looking for, you know, to keep this series going here. You know, Infiltrate might be the anchor for the Fuel. We don't know.
He could be the weakest, he could be the best,
but
everyone even, who knows?
He definitely has a tough task ahead because, like we've seen, North Dreams, Bowser Jr. is just so strong. And I mean, that aggressive nature that she likes to use with, you know, all the tools in the arsenal, just the air juggling, and not afraid to be aggressive, ultra aggressive in ledge guarding too. I mean, like, it's the whole package.
Trying to get those off-air, off-platform kills, just dropping all the way down, because Bowser Jr.'s recovery is really good. Exploiting that and trying to get those finishes, getting those dunks, really respect that. And again, besides just being happy to see our team succeed, I think every team is susceptible to tilt and demoralization, right? Our Smash team is no exception. Being able to actually find like a pretty dominant success so far must be doing wonders for the morale, because I used this analogy on Thursday, but I'll use it again. If you are trying to make food, right, and you don't have a recipe, you gotta make it by taste. You gotta taste it and then try to recreate that flavor with your ingredients. But if you've never had a taste of victory and you don't have the recipe, how are you supposed to assemble that dish? If the Saints are able to get a taste of victory here, I think they're going to be able to cook up a lot more down their line for their careers in the rest of their Smash playing seasons. But again, Fanshawe, on small battlefield. That's only making me think about one character, and I'm intentionally making my prediction vague because I want to say that I was right no matter who they pick, because I'm not going to say a single character, but I'm going to say I was right regardless.
Well, we're going to wait and see if Daniil's mysterious prediction
Oh, it
is
is.
going to come true. And he's feeling confident. I like the confidence level in you, Daniil. And here we go, wasting no more
I was
time.
right.
He was right, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest knower in St. Clair College. He is right about his. Love the Pyra Mithra pick here. I mean, you got a great mix of aggression and power mixed in here. Starting out with Pyra here, trying to make sure that percentage goes up quickly. North Dreams having to deal with a double character in this case. Someone who is so versatile, but North Dreams just putting her in a blender right now. Look at this as North Dreams must be tied very close percentage-wise. Had to be a little careful here. One hit, and that is it for the run here. Now we're going to be seeing a lot of Pyra now because with that high percentage, one big smash attack, and that is it. One hit is all you need. Minion coming out here is going to explode prematurely, but North Dreams getting infiltrate off the stage with the combo, with the Aura combo.
Oh my God!
Ball hitting her off the stage. The recovery is not going to come through. Another stock coming through. North Dreams taking another one for her name here. Can she get a second one before she gets hit off the stage? Not going to find it here as Infiltrate ends North Dreams' run there, but an excellent showing from North Dreams. Have to be proud with how that played out.
I'm proud. That's for damn sure. I'm not even her coach, and I'm proud. That's an incredible performance. I gotta say, at least for me, I've seen North Dream play. I've never seen her play like that. That was phenomenal.
Locked in, bro.
You know, I don't know if this is par for the course. I don't know if this is a next level exceptional performance, because we haven't gotten to see our team play that much. But that was off the charts for sure. That was remarkably done, executed. Whether or not it's normal, that was a masterclass in Bowser Jr. in my opinion. And of course, with the Pyra Mithra coming out, now that's data. We see how they play. We got one stock already. We know they can bleed. We have 2 players left for the Saints. They just got to get 2 more stocks. It's going to be easier said than done, especially Pyra Mithra, one of the strongest characters in the game. It's 2 characters combined. It's not even just like 2 slightly different, the same, like they're basically 2 entirely different characters. They have some similarities, but they function completely differently. Now we have none other than Alex Landry, Neon, coach of the team. Quite the smash head. This guy is a walking encyclopedia of knowledge for any game he plays. Name it, and he knows it. Legend of the game. I don't know if you can hear me, but he knows I'm a big fan, and I'm excited to see what he's able to do for the team. I'm pretty confident that he's going to be able to finish things off here. But I said that on Thursday, and unfortunately, he was in a pretty bad situation, and in a situation where he should have just been able to clean sweep. He did lose all 2 stocks where he really should have just taken off that guy's one. So I will say he's susceptible to tilt, that's for sure. And I just hope he's able to keep a level head and make sure he can cruise through these 2 stocks.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? It's keeping the mental game. That's such a big point, especially with land, too. I think that's, when you can see the person you're fighting against, sitting directly next to you as we have.
Punching range.
Punching range, exactly. I mean, like, we're not going to, start, fighting IRL, hopefully, but I mean, we're going to see if Neon, only 2 stocks he has to deal with, and even if for some reason, let's just say if for some reason Infiltrate can eliminate Neon, while keeping his 2 stocks, we still have one more member of the Saints left. You would have to think that would be Moth Eyes pulling in the anchor position here. You would have to think, but
I could see it being no skill with the Young Link. Again, they've already locked in their 4, so it's not going to be a choice based off of a matchup. They've already had whoever's last for the Saints is already predetermined. But I could see either way. Like the team, they play a lot of different people at different times for a lot of different reasons. So it's hard to predict for me, at least for me. But again, with the Pyra Mithra, two different characters. At least Alex, he's very flexible with who he plays. Again, he likes the Robin, he likes the Corrin, but he can play a lot of the cast. I wouldn't be surprised if he just counterpicks the character. It's a very popular character. People like playing the character a lot. She's very fun and she's very strong. Because, of course, the convention is, you know, with Mithra, you rack up the damage. Pyra, you go for the executions. But that's not a rule. And we saw it with that matchup. We saw Infiltrate racking up a really good amount of damage just with Pyra alone. Mithra more so using for the recoveries as well as the long-range side Bs just to chip out some damage, especially against the heavyweight as Bowser Jr. I'm really curious to see who Alex is going to whip out here. I feel like if he's feeling Corrin, I don't know how Corrin does in this matchup, especially. Or Robin, I feel like, might even struggle. I'm not sure who he wants to play, but whoever he does play, I know it's going to be a very well-informed decision because he only has to worry about one guy now.
Well, you're absolutely right. He's had a lot of time to think about it, and it is going to be that Robin, like you called it here, a bit of a more passive player, you know, having to use those spells, you know, to create space. And, you know, going to be definitely tough, especially, like you said, against that Pyra Mithra, especially that Mithra who loves getting in there so aggressively, but those spells holding her at bay here. Infiltrate already at 82% on his second stock of this match here. Both players missing a bunch of hits there, but that up combo there, that down, that spells missing out. Infiltrate.
Nice!
The stage, that up special.
No one predicts
Robin.
that like Neon. You don't do that unless you really think you're that guy, okay? And he did it because he knows he's that guy. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Down air, into the up air, not going to connect, but a huge Thunderball. That's going to be a great dagger hit. He's not going to go for the follow-up. This is Robin's bread and butter. Look at that, arc fires, just doing so much zone control, but that's also a nice Pyre. I don't know, I'm just going to call it Pyre Sword. That's what I feel like that move is called. It's Pyre something or other, but again, great ledge guarding tool. Huge side tilt, forward tilt. Going to go for those lightning balls once again. He's going to not go for the ledge. He's going to eat a huge F tilt, but he's going to be able to recover at least one more time before the spell runs out. Now he has to recover the wind stocks before he's able to use one more up special, but he's going to eat the up smash, I believe, from Mithra. Now he's got two stocks to infiltrate one. He's getting good combo damage out. Doesn't want to get with that side B from Pyra once again. Nair doing great zone control. Alex struggling to get back on the stage, but now he does. That fire gonna force him off of that ledge. Thunderballs as well. Neon wants to establish control. He wants to establish his dominance on his debut here at SGS. Is he going to be able to really put on performance he's capable of? We have to wait and see. With those arc fires whiffing, he's going to allow Pyra to get in. He's going to get the wind recovery, arc firing to the side, but that's going to allow him to get the down air. You don't have the invincibility on the regrab. This ain't Melee. That ain't Falco with the combos. Mithra setting him off. Getting back onto the stage. Back throw. Alex in trouble. Arc Fire's going to get blocked, but hit with the lingering hitbox. Juggling him up into the air. Arc Fire once again. Another one. Wants to go for the forward smash. It's going to do a lot of shield damage, but it doesn't matter because the forward smash sends him out of here. We're down to our last player. Infiltrate successfully running the Neon Gauntlet.
Oh, you could just see that moment where Infiltrate just locked in with Mithra, especially. Yeah. I mean, like, that speed and ultra aggression is just so deadly with that character. And then you have Pyra, who's just ready to go with that excellent smashing power. So what a, great job from Fanshawe to stay alive here. They are down to their final stock. One more member of the Saints having a chance to seal this one, and there he is, Mr. Moth Eyes himself, the GOAT. Look at him ready to go, just absolutely locked in here. It's going to be, all he needs is just one. He just needs one stock, and then you can just put this one away. He's looking at the camera, adjust the jacket, yeah, we see the fit. We see the fit, Moth Eyes, we get it, repping St. Clair there, but what do we think he's going to pull out? We know he has a couple options, the Sora, the Cloud, the Joker potentially is. I feel like the Joker is definitely the safe pick in this, in this moment, but like I said, it could go either way. There's a couple options for what he can decide to do.
It's hard to say. I don't know who he's the most comfortable on, because again, he kind of hops around. He's been hopping around for a while. He only really settled on that Sora for now. So even though he's probably been playing that more consistently, he probably still has a lot of more experience on other characters. And in a one-stock scenario, it's really easy to get confident. But I know for a fact he's treating this like it's a 3v3. He does not want to slip up or let loose anything. He's going to be playing. In fact, took the jacket off. That's how serious he is right now. He wants to go in, get this serious. Map picks are going through right now. Curious to see how we're going to end up, what stage we're going to be playing on. But Joker, Sora, Cloud, I feel like are the three he's probably deciding between right now. And as we really get into his thoughts,
Really close and
get into his
personal.
brain, I can hear his thoughts now.
Man, I'm hungry.
What's he thinking?
I'm hungry.
That's what he's
I want
thinking.
pizza.
That's a good
That's what I'm
impression,
thinking.
bro.
No, it's not. But
No,
yeah.
lots, like you said, lots of options. I mean, also Crom again could be another.
I don't think we're seeing Crom, bro.
Hey,
not gonna lie.
man, love Crom. Shout out to all my Crom mains out there.
All two
Shout
of
out to
them.
the play. All two of them out there. All two of those Crom mains out there. Oh, looking right into the camera. He sees. Yeah, he heard what you said, bro.
Beats it.
He's hearing what you're saying, bro.
I'm
But
hearing his thoughts right
again,
now.
like you were saying, I don't think Moth Eyes is gonna take Infiltrate lightly, especially
Not at all.
after that last situation. I mean, Neon had a good opportunity to get, Infiltrate out and end the match for St. Clair, but Infiltrate just locked it into that second gear, hitting that Ultra Instinct and just keeping it going for Fanshawe. So Matthias definitely has to make
Glasses
sure
pushed
that
up.
got to push the glasses up like he's every anime shonen protagonist ever, every shonen anime side character, smart character. But like you said, I think he's got it in the bag here. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, and we were talking about Matthias not taking Infiltrate lightly. I gotta say, hope he's not taking Matthias lightly.
Absolutely.
He's a shooter, like he said, and anyone who underestimates him, I mean, mathematically speaking, they usually still have success, but it's not usually a very smooth one. Hopefully, I mean, he's chill, as you see. He's having a good time one way or another. The Saints put on a hell of a performance and kind of exceeded my expectations as well, and I hope they haven't exceeded their own, because I know that they know they're more than capable of anything. We're seeing the Joker pick for Moth Eyes. 0%, unfortunately, not able to land a single hit on Infiltrate so far, as we're waiting for the catch-up. Still not a single one. Moth Eyes taking a lot of damage, but Arsene is now out. Great Nair, controlling the space. Gonna whiff the counter. Now he's really in a bad spot. Gonna go for the up special. Trying to find at least that first hit. Gonna go for the side B. That's it. You're on the board now. Just have to keep getting a couple more of those and you're back in the game. Down special, not gonna connect. 20% already finding a stock. Moth Eyes not having a lot of success so far. Getting grabbed, combo, Mithra doing what Mithra does best and racking up the damage, but Matthias returning the favor. Gonna get grabbed out of his combo, however, whiffing those counters a lot. Jab reset, gonna dodge it, however. That would have been really bad and straight up might have been on his last stock there if that connected. But 44% now has Arsene out. Arsene, once he's out, Joker arguably becomes the best character in the game. You just have to make the most out of it while he's here. But that Spide B from Infiltrate doing a lot of great work. Up air as well. Moth Eyes about to go on his last stock, it seems, especially since Arsene is now gone. Gonna go for the forwarder, not gonna connect. Dodging once more, hit by the lingering hitbox from the up smash. Can you do it? Not gonna be able to find the grab. Down air into up air, finding the kill. Infiltrate 1-1 here. The Saints lost their lead, lost their advantage. It all comes down to this. The forward throw into the slide, not gonna connect. Back airs, looking for it. Side B from Moth Eyes, looking for the back air. Once again, parrying the projectile, not gonna be able to get it. Gonna go for the up air, not gonna connect. Guns are out, getting him off the stage. In a couple of position, forward smash, not gonna connect. Down smash as well, whiffing. Dash attack, sending him off. Counter's gonna whiff once again. The guns twirling to the ground. Forward air's gonna find it. So close to having Arsene. 101. Forward air not gonna connect. Now shielding out. 110. Moth Eyes can't get overconfident here. With that neutral B, not going to be able to punish it. Now Arsene is out, has to just find one solid hit, which he should be able to do. Gonna shield out, not going to punish that there. Looking for it, force smash, not going to work. In a really bad spot, counter whips once again. Moth Eyes, the neutral B from Pyra, has to hit it, not gonna. Forward tilt, Moth Eyes, so close, but he's gone. Infiltrate takes the Saints out of the series, and the Saints are gone to one stock. Ladies and gentlemen, Fanshot take the series. Saints putting on a remarkable display. I think this is arguably my favorite series, hands down. Obviously, not the outcome we wanted, but I don't care, can't lie. It was a hell of a one to watch.
Hell of a one to watch. I mean, how cool was Joker? Well, he was looking cool, Joker, you might say. But
Looking
I mean,
cool, Joker.
he's looking real cool there. But again, Infiltrate, his name in-game, Info-Goat. I think we might have to start referring him to that. I
Possibly.
mean, just absolutely locking in with Pyra Mithra there and just staying composed even in that one-stock situation. I mean, but you have to give Moth Eyes some credit, you know. Very excellent showing there, but just such a good job from Infiltrate to steal that one away from Fanshot, really, because it really looked like the Saints were running away from it.
They really were.
At the start, but just, you know, their
Butchie has
anchor.
6 stocks.
Yeah, like that lead, but their anchor for Fanshot just locking in right there. And, you know, Infiltrate has to be, I think, the MVP of this series. I mean, like, billion
If not
percent.
North Tree.
If
not Cool Skeleton. A lot of MVP contenders in my book. We forget about the first half of the series because of the last half of the series, but at the end of the day, Fanshot did win, and in a really remarkable fashion as well. So Infiltrate putting on a fantastic display.
No, absolutely. And we're get into the final look. This one was quite the close one here, but Infiltrate taking it home for Fanshot. 7 knockouts,
wow.
7 stocks for him. And coming in for St. Clair, both North Dream and Cool Skeletons with 5 respectively. Neon with 1, Moth Eyes unfortunately couldn't find one for himself here, but very, very close for St. Clair. You know, still not out of it yet. You still have a lot of Smash to play. They're 0-2 now. You're still going to see them in playoffs. However, you know, you got to start really locking in here if you want to make sure you get a high seeding for those playoff situations. But Fanshawe showing that they are here to stay as well. Aura is what Infiltrate has right now. Absolutely maxed out Aura. 7 knockouts, 2 deaths, 1 stock remaining. 1 stock and a dream. Carrying Fanshawe on his back there to win that series. Excellent work from him.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no more words to be said. Everything was said for us, but now we have some more words to be said, this time by the one who's only most qualified to be saying them. Infiltrate for the interview. Let's take it away.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we have Infiltrate. What a performance there. You know, going into that last matchup, how are you feeling, you know, down a lot of stocks? How are you feeling going into the last one?
I have a lot of experience against Joker, so I felt pretty confident going in. And I guess I showed it.
Yeah, I mean, you had 7 elims there. You know, it was just a very close matchup. How's your team feeling after a very clutch performance like that?
Oh, they were really hyped about it. I got lots of fist bumps.
And you know, the rest of the day, still a lot of games to play. It's a big momentum boost here. How are you guys feeling for the rest of the tournament?
Confident. We're going to win.
They're gonna win, ladies and gentlemen. You know, any last words to any of the competition? Anyone who saw this game, they're gonna be a little bit scared of you now. So, you know, what do you have to say to the rest of the competition?
They call me the LeBron James of Smash.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. The LeBron of Smash. We'll be seeing him plenty more around today, but we're gonna throw it to a very quick break, and we'll be right back with the next matchup.